Hello there, welcome to Emerald House of Cars, and today we're going to have a look around this 2014 Citroen C4 Grand Picasso. It's a 1.6 litre diesel E-Hdi Airdream, and on a hot day like this, cold air really is the dream, but let's have a look around. First thing to note, of course, are these stunning front headlights. I love the fact that they are split into two, and of course the top one topped off with this gorgeous chrome trim that follows all the way along past that Citroen arrow, and you can see our other set over here as well. Take a good close look at them. They are in great nick all the way around, no scratchy scuffs marks, anything of the sort. And of course, same goes for down here, our front fog lights surrounded by gloss black, absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to follow that past our black honeycomb grille to our other one right there as well. Phenomenal stuff right there. As you can see, the car comes in silver, I believe. That does look like a silver to me. Lovely colour. The Citroen wears it well, especially when you take into account this absolutely cavernous front windscreen there. I mean, that thing just keeps going back and back and back, but you can see it's in great nick all the way around. Absolutely gorgeous. Big old tick from us here at Emerald. I'll explain what that means a little bit later. So, coming on down here under our wheel arch, we're going to see the first of our four alloys here today. Now, I want to point these out for two reasons. First and foremost, we're all about transparency here at Emerald. I really want you to come on down and see this C4 Grand Picasso for yourself. I think it's a perler of a motor vehicle, and I know that you'll fall in love with it just like I have by coming down here and seeing it for yourself. So when you do come down here, we want you to see the car and no surprises whatsoever. So we're going to tell you everything about this car that you need to know, so when you come on down, it's like you've already seen it. It just makes everything a lot more smoother for both you and us. Second, of course, is because when it comes to a used vehicle, when you see the miles on the clock, the most important thing to know is how sensibly were those miles used. Has the car been ragged around? Has it been mistreated? Have the miles been put on, and has the car been put out of its paces? Well, the alloys are always the best indication of that story. They wear it right on their face. There's nothing getting past them, and as you can see here, this alloy is in great nick all the way around. We've got the mildest of cosmetic blemishes, but when you take into account the age of the car and the amount of miles on the clock, that right there is like another big tick. It is a wonderful sign. It means that those miles have been accrued very, very sensibly. The car's been loved, it's been well looked after and maintained, and that's what we're looking for. Coming over here through the side of the car, you've got your tinted glass in the rear. Most importantly, you have all this glass, because when you have a vehicle this large, you need all this glass to be able to see absolutely anything in it. It is silver. You can see lovely straight lines all the way up and down, except for right here. Let's point this out here. Can you see that there? You've got the very smallest of little bumps right there. Just want to point it out. Doesn't affect the way the car handles, operates, or performs, but we're all about transparency here at Emerald, so I can see it, so can you. Same goes for a very small little blemish that you have right here, and another one right there as well. Very hard to discern with the human eye, but if I can see it, so will you. Same goes for that one there as well. Now, I love the way the silver hangs on all of this vehicle, especially on the wing mirrors here, with our safety indicator here and the black trim straight under. But let's follow it all the way along. Let's go on this mile-long journey to go around, and you can see tinted glass right there in the rear, our gorgeous chrome Citroen logo, our lovely tail lights shaped in a C, and you can see they match our headlights perfectly because, again, no scratchy scuffs marks, anything of the sort on those tail lights whatsoever. Same goes with the Picasso right there. And you go under past our rear parking sensors, you can see the fog lights there are in great nick too as well. Just following it all the way along the underside, and there you have it there as well. Just great old set of lights, fits perfectly. It's an absolute dream. Fantastic. But let's have a look at our second alloy, and again you're seeing exactly what I said. That's 2 for 2 here. It's in great nick. Very small little blemish right there. It's like its fringe is starting to chip out right there. Nothing to worry about. If anything, again, wonderful sign, just means the car's been well loved by its previous owners, and of course ourselves. Because I'm always a big fan of these 7-seaters. I always tend to make them my little pet project. You know, I want to get in there, I want to have a look at them myself. I do love them, and this is, of course, big 7-seater. We're opening the boot, and I think the most important thing when it comes to a 7-seater are twofold. First and foremost, is there enough room in here? And I think, as you can see, yes, there is. They're very comfortable seats. They're spaced nicely, and what's lovely is that this row, the row of 3, you can push that forward. Maybe you got a couple of big boys, you want to sit in the back, no problem whatsoever. And second, you want to say, let's say you're in a rush, you know, the seats are up, you're juggling bags of shopping, you just want to get the boot in and out. Well, tell you what we'll do, let's show you how easy it is. Now, first and foremost, we're just going to pull that out. Lovely, so you expose the little gap we have here. You see the red strip right there, and we just give it a pull, and the seat goes down, not a problem. You can then lay that straight over it as well. Try doing it with 2 hands, you'll get a better job than I'm doing, but you just saw how easy that was, didn't you? Let's do it again. I'm right-handed, I'm going to do it with my left. Again, bam, right there, like it's nothing at all. Absolutely fantastic. And if you don't, if you can, there you go, nice and flat right there. If you just concentrate a bit more than I am, obviously I am filming, but just lovely and easy. And look at all the space you get in there. You can lay down the dojo mats and have a real fun time in the back of this boot. Loads of space, as you'd expect with a C4 Grand Picasso. When does it stop being a car and start being a truck? Just look at all that space there. Look at the condition of the enormous roof there as well. Straight lines all the way down this side. Really, really lovely spectacle this vehicle is. Our third alloy. Great nick all the way around. I think this is the keeper. This is the one, if you're going to take a selfie with an alloy, that's the one right there. No sign of blemishing whatsoever. Got a very, very, very faint, in fact, can we just make it out there? Very faint little smudge right there. Just want to point that out. Let's follow along our gorgeous straight silver line to our 4th alloy, and as typical for front driver's side, this one is the worst of the bunch. You're seeing a very, very noticeable blemish right there. Very little small one right there. I mean, looking at overall, the alloy is still in great nick, but this one is noticeable. So yes, the miles have been put on sensibly, but the front driver's one always bears the brunt of it, and you can see it right there. Having a look here, our wing mirror, great nick all the way around. Service indicator. It's a family vehicle, 7-seater, very safe, very practical, very robust, absolutely stunning. So that is the outside. That's what everyone else is going to see. Everyone else is going to see the silver blur, the Iron Giant. But let's have a look inside and see what you get in here. First and foremost, have a look at that. I love the colour scheme of the interior seats like this. It's like I'm jumping into... You ever been in a hot tub? This is kind of the colour scheme that they have right there. And I can assure you it's so much more comfortable than that, because you're not jumping into a pool with a bunch of other people bubbling around and everything. You have leg room for miles, space for miles, comfortable seats, and of course they have child seat locks, as you can see right there, the points. Absolutely gorgeous. Not a stitch nor seam out of place whatsoever. It's not just boring stock black. I promise you, anyone who wants to get in this car is going to enjoy it. Why not come on down, book a test drive, bit of change of pace, just jump in the back and see what it's like to be driven around in this thing. It is fantastic. Let's jump in the front and see what you, as a car owner, get with this car. Now, first and foremost, you got your wing mirror controls, your electric front and rear window controls, chrome door handle, speaker system, door pocket. It's all there, so easy to use. And looking over here, you can see that we have gorgeous front seats for both the driver and passenger, not a stitch nor seam out of place. Controls for them on the side there. They are plumb, they are in great nick. I think we have the very smallest of little marks right there. Nothing to ascertain any worry over whatsoever. these seats are in great nick. They still sit great and they still look the business. Let's hop in and have a look around this lovely cabin and see the condition. Now the condition of the cabin matches the condition of the car as well, because it's just stunning and in great nick. I always love the way that these Citroens are designed. Very ergonomic in the way they use the space. And just have a look at how much of a view we have in that front window. I mean, this is as close to having panoramic 360 views as you can have at all. As you can see, I've got a great view of our lovely colleague Victoria there. I can see her from all different angles. Very hard worker. If you're looking for a finance deal, she is the woman to get in touch with. But that's not even all. Let's say you're driving and the sun is at a very weird angle, or maybe, you know, you just want to get even more space to look at. You can push that back and you get even more even more front windscreen. Can we? Yes, even more of that, which means I can just get a better view of my lovely colleague as she's just there hard at work securing finance deals right there. It just means if she stands up, if she jumps into the ceiling, I'll be able to see her no problem in the Citroen C4 Grand Picasso. But we're inside now. As you can see, there we do have a stop start button. So let's get the old key, bung it in there. Let's turn this puppy on, and let's have a look at what this Grand Picasso can offer us. Let's shut the door and let's work our magic in here. Let's turn that on. Set against the gloss black, of course. I love it when it's a touch screen set against the gloss black. It's a Citroen. As you can see, we have our 6 buttons here. We've got our front and rear windscreen demister there as well, which is very nice. Coming on down here. Oh. Turn that volume down straight away. First things first really is our DAB FM AM radio. It's a touch screen, so you can switch to any source there you like. Fantastic. Just makes it so much easier. Very bright, very colourful, very easy to see. No complaints from me there whatsoever. Clicking the next button up, you can see you have onboard diagnostics. You can turn your eco mode on or off. That is wonderful. Yeah. I love that. And your parking sensors as well. So there you go. So you can access all of that, have anything that you need. You can even do a diagnostics check. Absolutely fantastic. And you can see no fault on this vehicle whatsoever. That's what I like. Now it's a hot day. It's 27 degrees out there. I think it's time we activated the dual zone climate control there as well. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my health at risk to show you what we can do as well. Obviously, you can control temperatures there. Not a problem. Let's put it on auto. And let's circulate that air. Lovely. Yeah, as you can see, we can control all of that. Not a problem whatsoever. Let's put it on low. Oh, there we go. 13 degrees. That's more my style. Sorry about that. Here we go. Right. So the aircon is coming on. That's my bad. I should have turned it on all the way. I haven't got the key properly all the way on the ignition. You can hear it though. And obviously there's a low fuel level. Don't worry. We will put some in before you get there, of course. Let's turn that AC off. Let's turn that off as well. And let's just get out of there as well. So as you can see, all this air conditioning, you've got it in, you can put it in the rear. You can have it in mono. I think I'll just have it in mono. Let's take the rear off for the moment. Just, absolutely gorgeous. And you can control the power of the air conditioning system right there as well, which is great. It's wonderful. Coming over here, you got access to our Bluetooth telephone connection. Obviously they haven't connected to me because I am filming currently with this, but Bluetooth, there's your options. You can even search for devices there. Nice and easy, very simple. Also here you have your Citroen Multicity Connect. I think we can say that right. Citroen Multicity Connect. Connecting right there. And I believe if we click that button, we can get our internet browser up, our connection settings, our transfer rate, all there nice and easy. Obviously we're not going to be using that while we're driving. And the top button there is all of our settings. So we can turn the screen off, we can mess with our audio settings. If you've got better educated ears than I do, that's going to be a gold mine for when the radio comes on as well. So yeah, coming on down there as well, we have our electronic parking brake, we've got our traction control, and we've got our central locking there as well. What a safe sounding that is. And of course you can open this up here and you have access to, well, practically anything really. Plugs, USB settings. I think we can just about get in there and see they're all down. They're all able to be accessed right there as well. You've even got an aux input right there as well. Couple of cup holders. Got a 6-speed gearbox surrounded by all this lovely chrome. Gorgeous sort of insect design here on the shutters. You open them up, you've got this lovely, just deep, cavernous pit that I like to hide my monster munch in. But of course, we've had to make do with chucking your locking wheel nut in there as well. And down here, you have a 12-volt charging point. So anyone in the back seat that needs to charge anything, well, you don't need to stretch all the way in the front. Couple of armrests there as well in great nick. Chuck in some interior lighting, and my god, it is a gorgeous car on the outside, perfect for a 7-seater, perfect for a family, and loaded top to bottom with anything you could need to have a ferocious time out and about. Now there are 58,609 miles on the clock. Let's just turn it off there. 58,609. When you see the condition of the alloys, when you see the condition of the bodywork, and when you see all the gadgets that this is offering you, I mean, you can see that those 58,000 miles have been used very sensibly. Just before we get out as well, you can see we have our cruise control speed limiter on the steering wheel controls here, and all of our, you know, let's say you got your radio on, you want to turn it down, you sat in the car by yourself, I implore you, use this, save yourself 6 points on the license right there. Right, so Citroen C4 Grand Picasso in silver. Now I'm going to come around and open this up, give something for the navigator to do, and we're going to just open that up and check out the engine, because of course we want you to come on down, we want you to view the car, and we want you to have a look at the engine as well. You know, I'm an honest man, I don't lie, especially when it comes to things that are as important as cars, but I think we'd all feel a lot better if you come on down and see it for yourself. You want to pop the hood and have a look at the engine, you want to turn it on, you want to check everything yourself, go right ahead and do it. This vehicle has undergone our 128-point Emerald inspection, and that means we've had a look at all the pieces, we've taken it apart, we've taken it for test drives, and we've made sure that it runs as splendid as it should do. But come on down, see it for yourself, book a test drive, see how it handles, see how it feels, you know, have a go at playing with the 6th and 7th seats in the rear, and see if this is the kind of car for you. It's not just a car for someone with 5 kids. Don't think that at all. It's a wonderful vehicle for anyone who just maybe wants the extra storage space, or maybe wants to drive something a bit more practical, or wants to drive something with a bit more style. I always think Citroens look very different to other cars. They stand out a mile, and for me it's for all the best reasons. They look great, they drive wonderful. This one's a great drive. I really enjoy driving around in this. Again, those back seats are so comfortable. It is like driving on a cloud to me anyway. But please come on down here, form your own opinion. I'd love to meet you. We'd all love to make, you know, add you as a friend and have you in our Emerald family. We'll discuss the car, we'll have a drink, we'll have a laugh, and we'll help you either, you know, we'll help you find your dream car. And I reckon it could be one of these, because this is a phenomenal vehicle. So there you have it. That is our Citroen C4 Grand Picasso in silver. It's a 7-seater, it's a 5-doorer, it's got a windscreen that will go farther than any windscreen I've ever seen, loaded with gadgets, very comfortable, great nick all around, 58,000 miles. What more could you possibly want to know? Well, if there is anything else you want to know or anything else you want to see, don't hesitate to get in contact with either me or any of my colleagues, and we'll happily answer any questions that you have regarding this or any other piece of stock we have at Emerald. Thank you very much for watching this video all the way through. I really appreciate you giving me all this time. It is an incredible honor to be able to speak to you about this car. Thank you so much, and stay safe.